don't like men that talk a lot. Like that.
Not where I thought you were going, but okay.
I just want you to know people don't date me for my brain, so that's what I'm saying. We can do it. Having a dad in your life does affect. I think it really does, because someone has set the standard
For you.
for me. People do not say that.
People say labia.
People do not call that cinema labia.
I've had someone obsessed with me. Do you know
Are
what
you
you want?
talking about my Tavia Tequila game show?
No. There's that too. What you think you want might not even be what you actually need.
Welcome to Let's Talk Daddy. I'm your daddy's girl, Tavia.
And I'm Ash, the girl with daddy issues.
Together, we share real
Raw.
and relatable topics as always. And today we are diving into dating and daddy issues. Oh, I'm very excited about this one because I got dating stories. And how does having a strong or strained relationship with your father or your father is not in your life affect who you choose as a partner?
A low, soulful blues riff drifts from the open doorway, mingling with the city's evening hum. It's not loud enough to block out her nervous beating heart. She reaches a young, eager-faced waitress with a menu in hand.
Hi, I believe there's a reservation under mat for two.
Yes. This way. Is indoor fine?
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Tavia scans the room, her eyes drawn to a small flickering TV mounted on the wall. A group of athletes in wheelchairs are playing basketball with surprising agility.
Do you need a minute?
Can I get a water for the table, please, in the meantime?
Of course. Still or sparkling?
Still.
Time passes. Tavia checks her watch while scanning the room, waiting for someone to arrive. Yet, it's not interesting enough to distract her from the fact that Matt hasn't arrived.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Tavia.
Matt enters, a wide grin on his face. He approaches her with open arms, as if they were old friends. He then pulls her into a long hug, usually reserved for aunts that haven't seen you in a long time.
Hey, Matt.
You're much shorter than I thought. You seem tall in your photos.
Yeah, I do actually get that a lot.
I'll have a gin and tonic, and she'll...
Vodka lemonade single, please.
They chat, laughing easily. Matt is more extroverted than she expected. His energy is infectious. Tavia finds herself relaxing, enjoying his company, not realizing that it's almost closing time.
Do you vape? Let's stand outside.
They head out to the patio. A cool breeze blows, carrying the scent of fruity vapes. Tavia notices a long, dangling chain around Matt's neck.
That's an interesting necklace. You surf?
You know, I got this necklace from a guy in the street.
Like he just gave it to you?
No, I bought it. He makes them. He surfs and makes these marble shark tooth necklaces.
Oh, that's cool. Well, that's a really big shark tooth, though.
I was thinking the same. Oh, you can unscrew it. Cool. It's hollow.
Oh, I'm sure it's that way for a reason.
They share a knowing chuckle. Matt stares at her, a thoughtful expression on his face.
You know what I'd love to do? I would love
A
to.
mischievous glint in his eye, clearing his throat before saying,
I'd love to put this up someone's ass and snort something out of it.
Oh, that's funny.
The kitchen is going to close. Last call to order food.
Where's the bathroom? So let's get into it, Ash, with our very third episode.
Yeah, this one's going to get a bit personal, so grab a coffee, tea, or
It
wine.
is a podcast, so it's definitely going to get personal. How can it not? It's very juicy topic for sure.
Yeah, so let's get into it. So, I think we've already discussed the differences in our relationships with our fathers, perhaps not necessarily to the fullest extent.
Now we briefly touched on it.
Yeah, because we know with you, you are attached to your dad. You're a daddy's girl for a reason, whereas for me, I am not. I'm a bit distant with
And
it.
I think, sorry to interrupt, I should get that on a t-shirt at this point. How many times have I said that to you? But we also have to look at me being a straight woman and a daddy's girl, and you being a queer person with daddy issues. This is something very, very interesting that we get to. I think since we're going straight into it, I've always had a strong bond with my dad, which is obvious, and I do think it affects. I only know now. I think growing up I didn't notice, but I don't like men that talk a lot. My dad.
Not where I thought you were going, but okay.
My dad doesn't talk.
Okay.
He's your Marlboro man, beer drinking, smoking, works with his hands, and you know me and my.
Yeah, you do want the lumberjack.
Leave me, my. If there's any lumberjacks, please slide into my DMs. Canadian lumberjacks or cowboy or rodeo cowboys at Tavia Tequila. Or if there's any dermatologists.
Dermatologist?
What dermatologists? Or plastic surgeons that maybe.
Wait, why dermatologist? That's very specific. Why?
Because I got skin, I got eczema.
Oh my god.
So people
Fair.
don't, I just want you to know people don't date me for my brain, so that's what I'm saying we can do in exchange. That's not where the episode is going. Oh my god. But yeah, no, it does. Having a dad in your life does affect. I think it really does, because someone has set the standard
For you.
for me, and I always joke, I'm like, yeah, I don't want someone that talks a lot, because my dad doesn't talk a lot. When a guy does talk a lot, it's very like, I'm not used to this, but talk when I want you to talk. It's different. Give me emotional support, but also don't give me emotional support.
So what do you want?
I want both.
Okay, Hannah Montana, the best of both worlds.
But I think also, yeah, I think I like grumpy Ben Affleck.
What? Wait, what did you say? Grumpy Ben Affleck?
Yeah, I want it to be brooding.
You want Batman?
I know I want brooding, but you know when you look at when paparazzi takes photos of Ben Affleck,
Yeah.
I want brooding Ben Affleck.
They do the same with Tobey Maguire, but he's not. No, he's not brooding. He's just like.
I don't get that with Maguire's photos. Only Ben Affleck.
Okay.
But that's like, I wanted to walk around where you hate your life with me, but you're actually so obsessed with me. But in public, you hate me. You can't stand me. You just look like.
So Batman, essentially, because he's so in love with Catwoman, but when he's fighting crime, there's the cat and mouse sort of thing where he's
Yes, give me that.
So you want Batman, you want Gotham.
Yeah,
I am
Batman is
vengeance.
That's
what you want.
It does affect my dad. Like I said, my dad really does set the standards. For me, there's an expectation, and I think there's a very high bar for the next person. That's gonna be, because it's like when I tell the person it's a single dad, it's very like
It's intimidating.
I'm sure it's intimidating for men. I'm sure it is, but
Would you say that there are similarities in the partners that you've had? What's the common denominator apart from them being men?
they're both dyslexic.
God. Wait. Do you want to be like, let me help you read? Is that what you want?
Let mommy read for you. Oh, that's fun. That was the first thing that came to mind.
God.
That they're both dyslexic. They both have facial hair.
Wow.
Physical.
They both have facial hair. So much.
They worked with their not necessarily my former partner, but he previously did work with his hands a lot, like with construction and stuff for his father's company.
He was handyman-y.
Yeah, but
in
if
a
you asked
way.
him to do something, he would do fuck all.
Oh, ew.
So it's like he was forced to be a handyman. It was
ew.
So there was that. So I think, yeah, I do want a partner that works with their hands. Because my grandfather was also a carpenter. So I'm used to that. Not necessarily
Jesus?
Yes, he was. How did you know?
No.
How did you know? But,
Okay, Jesus.
yeah, I think it's not necessarily this is what I want in the partner, but
Yeah.
it would be an attraction. Because there
Okay.
are similarities, and maybe at the time I wouldn't be aware of it, like getting to know someone.
Do you want like a physical man?
I want that old school cowboy, but that old school cowboy also comes with
Is that why you like tequila?
Hey?
Is that why you like tequila? To go into the cowboy aesthetic?
No, I just always liked tequila.
Yeah,
It
okay.
just made me drunk. That had nothing to do with cowboys.
Okay.
It just made me want to party.
Okay.
But no, I think it was. I think it's an attractive quality because maybe I'm used to seeing it growing up.
Okay, so maybe it's because you associate that
Was
physical
manliness
with the provider.
So then you would be a great like the provider look, but the provider look that misogynistic. But that cowboy does
Stereotypical.
come with the stereotypical misogynistic. My ex was though.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, but I don't want that.
Uh.
I want the look of the cowboy, but I don't want you to have the value, the bad association. Clearly, it's Boulder Man over here.
We were at Boulder Bay earlier, so that would be a star.
I mean, at least if it's a beard, it'll have facial hair. But how would you say from your side, not having a father, if you were to date a man, or like the men that you have dated in the past, if you were to date,
So, okay, so firstly to explain how my relationship was before with my father, with Vincent. Ugh, felt nasty
Daddy
saying that.
Vincent!
But I used to idolize him. He was my hero.
Oh no, but it's normal.
I
for
looked
girls
up to him, but it was also like I thought he was the fun parent. I saw my mom as the enemy because she was the not restrictive, but she was the authority. She was the one that set those rules. Whereas with him, if I went to him, he was like, have fun, eat chips for breakfast, and cook like that.
I think that's also just neglect. That's just I don't want to parent. But
Yeah, that was him not wanting to wake up early
but-
to make breakfast. But
yeah, that's selfish motives. But I've heard
his
that
girlfriend
is-
at the time would make us breakfast instead.
Yeah, that's lame.
Yes.
But I think that is common for for people that grew up with both parents. It's like the mom's mainly the rules
Yeah.
because she's mainly involved in the child.
She's the
So the dad is where you
party
go
pooper.
if you don't get anything right with mom.
Yeah, go to dad, yeah. So that's how I was with him now, with him as a kid, how I am now. With partners, it's funny because a few weeks ago, I did actually have this discussion with some friends where we were watching Formula One. And
You watch Formula One?
it was on TV, okay? And then the person...
Who are you?
A woman with many sides, apparently. Not apparently, definitely. But anyway, she was explaining Formula One, and then we're looking at the riders or the drivers, and they were like, oh, let's find you a man. And then they actually asked me, okay, so what do you look for in a person? And I couldn't answer it because it's not something specific for me, because you know what the image and the values are that you want in a partner. And when I was asked the question,
I do have an actual list of values that my therapist told me. My therapist was like, you should write down, and I wrote it in my journal, and I think everyone should do this. Write down the values you want to see in a partner. Do you want your partner, like, I would like my partner, not values, but I would like my partner to also be involved in some sort of sport, some sort of activity.
Let's get to it, girl. Let me see what. Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't get to something specific with my partners and with what I want in a partner. Then I asked, okay, so what's something that all of your past partners had in common? Literally, the only thing is that they were all men.
They had a dick.
Like, there's nothing else in terms of personality where they're all the same. They've all been very different.
So then, I don't know, the absenteeism of your father didn't influence.
Yeah, it didn't.
So it didn't really.
I think if there's anything.
Because you didn't.
I think if there's
Have
anything.
their foundational core values, or like something that you could look. You didn't have a starting point, a proper starting point. So you don't. So yeah.
If anything, it affected how I am, because I would say I'm a bit avoidant, where I'm not necessarily. I'm like a black cat. I'm
You
not
are cat energy.
Yeah.
What am I?
Do I need to answer?
There's a bull, Ash.
Do I need to answer?
Woof woof. Die hond blaf.
Yeah, so yeah, maybe it is because of his lack of presence that I don't have a set standard for what I want in a person. I don't know if I would go as far as to say, oh, that's why I'm pansexual, because I don't. If for me, it's not necessarily, oh, you've got a dick or whatever. It's just, like who I like.
Yeah. It's very interesting.
Your values?
Yeah.
We were talking about your values earlier.
I think they should. I always look at how they treat women, how they treat their mother, if their mother or their sister or some higher female figures in their life. But I think the values is that they should always be in search of learning more. I'm very much on my self-development, and I would like someone that's very similar and not be like, I don't need to change. Because I went on a date with someone like that. They literally told me they're perfect and they don't need to go to therapy.
What?
And I'm not saying you should go to therapy, but when I told that to my therapist,
The perfection
my therapist
is
was even
weird.
like, that sounds like an arrogant.
Yes.
They even said they were good at eulogies, so they were good at their father's eulogy. Like they're good. They were basically telling me that they could bullshit on the fly. So I'm like, you're clearly bullshitting right now.
Yeah, I don't think.
But yeah, for me it's like the values is like you in search of knowledge, you wanna educate yourself, you wanna pass it on to your children, you wanna be more involved. I know it sounds very cliche and idealistic, and everyone can say that's the type of man I want, but I also want them to be involved in some sort of sport or some sort of like
Be active, have interests outside of your relationship.
It's not the idea of sports, but to have interests outside of the relationship.
That's
that
actually
they can
something I want as well.
That they can pass on, like, so the children know it's not just about like education and work, but there's things more to life outside of that. So I want them to educate.
I just want to comment on that, because with you saying your partner having interests, that is actually something that I want within a partner. Where in the past, in one of my past relationships, I started to notice how, and this was like my longest relationship, like 5 years, and I noticed how we were kind of becoming more like each other, which is understandable, but then with one of my more recent relationships, the partner, they had their own interests and things, but a lot of, how can I say, their free time was always with me.
It was based on your schedule.
Yes. And I like to still have a sense of self. And I want the same for with my partner.
Yes, we can agree on that.
Yeah, yes, we are in a relationship, but you still have your time, your friends, your interests outside of the relationship, and vice versa. We can come together and spend time, but all of my time is not all of your time, and vice versa.
I was in a similar with I only had one relationship, and with that I had flings over the years, but I only had one main relationship. So with that, I also had a partner. So when I say, I do also want someone that has a sense of self, but that also want to explore. It's exploration. I had a partner that was like, no, I don't want to go into this. And if I wanted to do something, I couldn't go out and do it for myself. I had to, I would be like, why am I asking you for permission? They're like, no, I just want to know where you are. I just want to know where you are. I want to be concerned. But it always had to be with him, with me.
So
and it was so suffocating. I want that individualism. I think, because I couldn't understand, how do you want to be around someone 24? I get it in the honeymoon phase, I get it, but like, don't you have friends you want to go sit with at the bar? Don't you want to go play soccer somewhere? And he would have interest. He'd be like, oh, he wants to get back into MMA fighting, or what, like fighting, or like UFC fighting.
But were you expected to be there for his interest?
But no. It was never got to that point. I'm like, oh, why don't you go do it? So you would always have these aspirations. And what irritates me is when people don't set out, because people don't set out a plan to go and do it.
Yeah.
So then,
so it's just in the air, and it stays there.
Air, but it's something they constantly talk about. So then it would irritate me, and it would be like, just go and start. It's down. You keep saying it's down the road from you, so it's even.
Oh, so you had full excuse.
Yeah, so it's even better. And because if I were to, I always told him like I want to start up my film blog again.
Yeah.
But it felt like. My whole energy was in that relationship. I didn't have space for myself, and I kept trying to want to talk about that, because I want that solitude. Whereas he could gym at home, but I would sit and read on the couch. But then there would be days where I'm like, I don't have to come over when you're gymming. Call me like either after you're gymming, we can see each other.
So you had to be there all the time for his things, even.
I think it's a bit. I think it's maybe I can't speak for him. Maybe it's his own abandonment issues.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't. Maybe it's not that at all. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not gonna say it's that, but it did feel like that. And I would always think on his off day, because we had different off days. Why didn't he go and do something? But he would be with me. It's the idea that we want. Yes, we want, but we also ourselves.
Yeah.
So that's not someone I'm seeking. I know I'm clear on what I'm not seeking. I do want a provider, because I don't want someone that, I don't mean in a sense, I know people's gonna take us the wrong way, and they're gonna be like, oh, you want someone that just provides all the money and you don't. I'm never not gonna work. There's a double negative, but
yeah,
I mean, because my dad is a provider, it's weird. It's gonna be like, now I'm gonna be with someone that doesn't, because my dad has set that standard, so it's weird that you don't. Unfortunately, that is the case with women that grow up with fathers. They see their father provide, and then
that's the expectation.
It's something you grow up with.
So would you say that with your dad, you having your father actively in your life, did that turn into you having high expectations or high standards with your future relationships? Did it set a high standard?
I didn't realize how much high standards I have until I was like more than a year. Well, my relationship was only a year and a half. more than a half. But I didn't realize how much my father working for us had set the standard for me, where I got to a point where I did get slightly, it's from a different perspective, where I did earn more money at the time than my partner, my ex-partner, and he did feel some sort of way, like naturally men would feel some sort of way, but it also felt like I was being taken advantage of.
Okay.
Where I did want you to meet me halfway, but I don't think that came from my father. I just think that's just how your relationship dynamic. Let's split the bill halfway. Or,
Yes.
because I started to notice, like, if we would want to do weekends away, I'm spending most of my salary on it. But I know you earn less than me, but there was no, like, let me actually pay for this.
Okay, my question with that, like the holiday example that you're giving, who chose the location, you or him?
I would sometimes choose, sometimes he would choose it, but there was a time where I actually put my foot down, where I was like, I'm going through retrenchment at the time, and I was like, I don't think I should be spending this money on a Christmas weekend. I don't. Can we split paying for the accommodation? Then
Was it almost like your wallet is an extension of his?
My what?
Your wallet was an extension of his.
Yes, but I've noticed that pattern, that he has done it with other people within his family.
Is this broke boy tendencies?
Yeah, but then he would say he's the man in the relationship. What do you bring to the table? A car?
But he didn't have a car, no?
Me, man. You asked what did I bring.
You
But
brought a
anyway.
car, but okay. You know what? I'm not gonna.
No, that's a joke. It's a joke. It's actually a joke. It's a full-on joke. Yeah, I think I didn't realize how much seeing my father work and seeing that expectation. Also, my dad I don't think my dad really liked him. But my dad could see how the relationship was affected.
Yes.
It was a terrible, terrible relationship for both of us.
Yeah.
But I think your dad can see through, because your dad was a kid once upon a time. Your dad can see through
Your dad was a young boy.
My dad could see through some stuff. I think my dad knew there was a time where in the very beginning we went for, like, he was gonna sit down, we went to like Ocean Basket and sit and talk to my dad and whatever, because we were planning to go to Mozambique, which we didn't go to, but that's a different story. And the day of that, he never had any money. So I said,
Of
okay.
Mozambique or Ocean
No,
Basket?
for the dinner now.
But
he wants to have this dinner.
did he say beforehand that he doesn't have money, or was there just the expectation that
He was
you'll pay?
saying that he's waiting for his cash to come in, whatever.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, then
Understandable.
we don't have to. Then I was like, either we don't have to have the dinner, or I can pay. No, we must have the dinner. We must have the dinner.
Why?
Because he wants to set an impression with my dad. He really wants to like my dad.
Cool,
So
but
I'm
if
like,
you can't
okay.
afford to, you can always do it later or
So
something.
then I was like, okay, then I'll just pay with my card. He's like, no, but he can't see that you're paying.
So, okay.
So then,
Wait. Are you? Did he want to pay with your card?
so he's saying, no, you can't pay with your card. So he's like, you can withdraw so I ended up, let me finish the story.
Okay. Sorry.
I ended up withdrawing the cash and giving it to him. And then at the dinner, he took the money out and paid for it. But my sister could tell
Yes.
that I paid for that dinner. And I
How?
think my sister could just tell. I think my sister just knew, man.
Okay.
Later on down the line, like putting pieces together. And then I think my dad also kind of knew. I think my dad could see through it.
That's pathetic.
No,
Sorry.
man.
That's pathetic. No. I'm like short circuiting here
Yeah, I can
because
see you struggling. You are struggling.
because if you know what, at the end of the day, he did actually make an impression. If you think about it, perhaps not the impression that he wanted to make, but an impression was made nonetheless, because you want to pay for it, you can't.
But you want to show that you can pay for it, but then
Even though you can't. He made his impression.
But I think it also just told me a lot about, looking back now,
Yeah.
it's all a facade. It's all about creating the facade that you are this
The man, Mr. Man.
Mr. Man, provider man.
Mr. Moneybags.
Having a father in my life does set high standards, and I
Yes.
think everyone that has a father, not necessarily identifies with being a daddy's girl, does set standards. And for you, it's slightly, you don't have a starting point.
My starting point would only be, my main starting point is that sense of self, that independence. And maybe it's the lack of his presence that instills that independence.
But your father did have your father just overvalued his independence. You know what I mean? The girlfriend made, it's just like, this is mine. He's an extreme point of that.
Maybe that's also why I value my independence more, because like I said, I don't want someone to constantly be waiting for me to be free to do things.
Yeah, go do it. Go take the adventure yourself.
Yeah, yes, it's nice to have shared experiences, but we're not always going to like the same things. We're not always going to be available at the same time. We're two different people. So I value it when someone is able to still be independent. I do. I value it when someone is still independent. Obviously, that doesn't mean like, never spend time with me, but I respect your time, you respect my time.
I think there's also another factor we need to lead into, which is attachment styles.
Yes.
Because it's not just our father's presence or lack of presence, but also how we attach ourselves or how we seek our partner with different attachment styles. So there are different attachment styles, but there's only 3 that I know of, and I don't know if there's any more. One of it being secure, anxious, and avoidant.
But with avoidant, there's avoidant dismissive and avoidant fearful.
I was very surprised to learn. I listened to an audiobook in the beginning of this year, because I always thought, before I met my partner, I don't know how true this is, but I think I was very secure. But I also had never been in a relationship, but I've been with people. I've hooked up with people. And okay, I would say starting out in the relationship, I was very secure, but I could really tell that this person is more anxious, because I knew that I was secure and that nothing would ever, maybe it's idealistic of you as well. I was like, I know this person's not going to cheat on me. Okay, the person did cheat on me, but I just knew that if something were to change in a relationship, he would tell me and I would tell him.
Yeah.
But then as the relationship progressed, I noticed that I became like him, anxious and paranoid, and like, where are you? And he would also be like, where are you? I pointed that out to him. I feel like I'm mirroring you, and I know this isn't me. This is not me at all. So it seems like I was secure, and then we just became 2 types of like anxious people.
So just to hop on that, just to be a bit more specific about what are the typical traits of secure and anxiousness, because maybe people don't necessarily know.
Maybe that will help me define this better myself.
So just to put a little bit of context for each attachment style. So with secure, usually people they can trust their partner fairly easily. They are attuned to their emotions, can communicate if they're upset, they can communicate it directly, and they lead with cooperative and flexible behaviors in relationships. These are typical traits.
Sounds like my kind of man.
Then with anxious, they maybe have a sensitive nervous system. Of course, this isn't everything, you know.
Yeah, it's just a framework.
Yeah, just a framework. Struggle communicating needs directly, tends to act out when triggered. For example, making their partners jealous or so. That would be some traits of anxious attachment styles.
Oh, yeah.
Then with avoidant dismissive, they might downplay the importance of the relationship, usually extremely self-reliant, can become more vulnerable when there's a big crisis. I think I would actually be anxious dismissive.
Maybe in some degree, maybe the point is that everyone's complex.
And then lastly, with avoidant fearful, they're more dependent in the relationship than avoidant dismissive, strongly fear rejection, and has low self-esteem and high anxiety in relationships. My last partner was actually avoidant fearful, now that I think of it. Because reading this, I was like, yeah, I saw those characteristics.
I think now
Yeah.
I probably am avoidant. Just go 100%. I just get away from me. I actually don't know what I am now because I'm not in relationships. I can't. But I know what I don't want. I don't want an anxious person.
I think it's...
The dream is to have secure, but who is really fully? No one's fully.
That's the thing. I think it's also
secure.
easy to say you want this or you want that, but even if I'm avoidant dismissive, maybe if I'm to date one person, I would become more anxious, or I would feel secure, you know.
You don't actually really know.
Yeah, it's not linear. I think it's fluid. It changes based on the person and what's going on within the relationship. Yeah, but reading this, I can admit I was dismissive, because I think it was also like it took me a long time I was a bit avoidant with my relationships, and I didn't cheat, but I don't think I took, like, thinking back on it now, you know, things always make more sense in the retrospect, in hindsight.
Yeah, because you have some distance to it.
Yes, and you can look at it from a logical point of view and put the emotions aside and be like, okay, so this is the reality
You're
of
not
it.
in the storm. I'm not necessarily calling the storm, but
Yes, there we go. And yeah, I don't think I really took the relationship as seriously as they did. And sad as it is, I think it happened for a reason, you know.
I know there was someone I was briefly with similar like that, where I felt like they not taking this as serious. Maybe they don't want anything. They knew that I wanted it. They knew from the get-go because I made it known. And I thought kind of something, or I just made myself believe that they would eventually get there or something, but it was never really clear. But
that hope.
I did start to feel lonely.
Yeah,
And
within the relationship.
we weren't in a relationship, but it was becoming more than just who. It was a situationship. And
It's a relationship. Whether it was...
I was very brief.
Yeah, but even if it's unlabeled or so, it's still a relationship,
Yeah,
nonetheless.
let's say it's a relationship, but I do feel like he was avoidant. He was very avoidant, but I think that he had other deep-seated issues in life, issues with his parents.
Oh.
We became very self-reliant. So these probably back to...
So he was also avoidant dismissive.
I think he was, because I started to feel lonely even when I was with him. But I was coming out of a long-term relationship.
It's a lot for you to learn.
I still had that anxious hangover.
Yes.
Because I remember we had a team building, and then the team building was actually close to his apartment.
What?
And
I know which one this was.
Eh?
I'm like thinking I know which team building this was. When we went to Labia.
Not labia, it's labia.
Yay,
They're
let's
gonna
not
come
get into
for you.
it.
They are gonna come for you.
Labia, labia, potato,
It's
potato.
French. It's the labia cinema.
I am not French.
Do not say labia.
Let's not get into
People do not say that.
People say labia.
People do not call that cinema labia.
People say labia.
Who? Okay, now name one person.
I don't know off the top of my...
When I sit
no.
there, I hear people call it the labia. I've heard online people call
I've
it
heard-
the labia.
Dave has said labia. You don't know who
the fuck
Dave
is Dave?
Dave is a friend that worked there before you started. They exist. Okay?
Oh yeah, now you.
I'll show you their name on in my
That's
phone.
one person. I know more than one person that says labia.
You know what? Let's ask the people. What do you think? How do you pronounce
Don't
it?
embarrass yourself.
Labia
Oh,
or
but okay.
labia?
Don't embarrass yourself, but okay. Don't show your class. Don't show your
Oh my
class.
god, we're really getting to it.
We understood into a whole fight. I even like, oh my goodness. And anyway, the team building.
Yes.
And
You went to the theater, let's say
the
that.
theater. And I was leaving the theater. And I felt a little bit anxious because I'm like, this person, even though this person clearly knew what my day was and everything, I like kind of rushed to my car because I was so nervous. I was like, I am on my way. I know you probably haven't been in contact with me. Like, I am on my way. And they were so chilled on the phone. They were like, I know you're on your way. You said you were on your way. And that's when it clicked to me. I'm still having this anxious hangover because in the previous relationship, I constantly had to tell the person, I am here. This is where I'm going. Why I'm here.
Yes.
They wanted to know where I am all the time, but it was disguised as protection. But it really wasn't. Because my therapist was like, no one is that controlling to protect you.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, oh my word, I'm still dealing with this anxious hangover, and this person was so chilled on the phone. And I took it as secure, but then later on I'm like, this person just wasn't as into me as... And I could also
But it could also be a little bit of security as well. Them knowing who... Yeah. I think with me, I had a relationship where afterwards I was anxious, but then the relationship that I had after it, I was so grateful for it because, and I still do tell this person because we are friends, but I do tell him I'm so grateful for, even though the relationship didn't work out, I do still tell him I'm so grateful for the relationship that we had because he was understanding, man. And with that understanding, he taught me what it is. He showed me what it means when someone is genuinely interested in you, what healthy communication looks like.
Oh, so you got an example.
Yes.
A little bit of exposure.
It was almost like a good reset and a good. He set a good standard, and it wasn't even him saying these things. It was just him being himself, and with that, I saw like, oh, this is actually what it's like when someone wants to be with you. This is what it's like when
This is what it's
they
like to
respect
communicate.
you. Yes.
Properly, as an adult.
Yes.
I can't wait for that.
Are you not an adult now?
I can't wait to find someone that communicates properly.
Yeah, he's a podcaster as well, so
Let's bring him in. Next on episode 4. Oh my goodness. That is kind of what I am seeking. Not necessarily, I'm not in high pursuit of a relationship right now. It's there, but I'm also happy on my own. And that's what it's also like, you want to find someone that's also happy on their own. That can be happy.
like I've had someone obsessed with me. I've had someone that was not obsessed with me. I just want the balance between the two.
Yeah, I've had that as well.
Yeah.
I've had that. I want someone that also knows what they want in life. Because if you give me, I don't know. Telling Tavia, I don't know.
Ooh, the workaholic.
I want a PowerPoint. I want a pitch deck
Oh my
on the
God.
first date. Wow.
This reminds me of when you showed me your Miro board for when you were applying for jobs. Do you know how scary that was?
That was it's overwhelming.
It was so scary because I'm like, oh, she knows.
Then I also showed you my blog out, my movie blog. Guys, please go
Yes.
check out my movie blog, 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗃 moment. I don't even know the name of our blog. I don't even know the name of our blog.
Mala's movie moments, girl.
Thank you. She's actually the one that writes it. Only joking. Please go check out my blog, 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗃 movie moments. But yeah, I think I also showed Ash how I outline.
It was fucking color coded. Color code. It was color coded.
No, man.
It was color coded. Bitch, it was color coded. I remember this vividly. We were in the second room there at work. We were in the second, in that the room that's always cold.
The cold room. The one, the freezer that they put
Yeah,
in.
we sat on the side of the room, like there by the door.
I know where we sat, but I don't remember.
But I'm just saying, the memory is here, and this means a lot because I have a cuck memory.
Yeah, you
so
actually
the
do.
fact that I can remember that and remember that it was fucking color coded.
That's
For
it.
applying for jobs, people just apply. You're like, no. Who has
Yes, hard in some skills.
who has you?
Really, I must have been going through a breakdown.
No, that was just you. You. The fuck do you mean? If we had to open your Miro board now, your shit would still be in
I know my
order.
blog outlines are on there, and I know that's also like.
Look at the outline that you created for LTD.
No, but that's
It's so specific. And if you
I think when we had our first meeting, a lot of people knows we had our first meeting, and I was giving you the concept. I think it took you. I heard it took you because I didn't see your face in the meeting, but I heard it took you a moment to be like, I don't even know where to start, and this is just me doing the concept alone and then bringing you into it.
you can see the difference in us by our Miro boards, because with yours is in line.
You have one sticky
color-coded.
note.
With mine, my thoughts are there. It's so scattered. Like, I can show you. It's so fucking scattered.
Oh.
Yeah.
So clearly, I want a pitch deck of my first.
So does someone have to give you a PowerPoint?
I would love that. I know it sounds.
I was making a
It's not the PowerPoint. It's not. Let me explain myself. It's.
Is an explanation gonna justify?
No, I want like a pitch deck of like, this is my name. This is a photo of me. These are my interests. There was a guy that actually did this, and the girl sent him.
Did she embarrass him? Oh, okay.
And he sent like they met in person at a bar, like randomly. That's how they met. And then they really enjoyed each other's company. I saw this the other day. And then he sent her. She didn't send her number. She didn't send her Instagram handle. She sent her email address. I'm like, that's my kind of girl. Send the email address because they won't know if you viewed the email.
Yeah, an email it's a bit more.
How do you know if it's actually an actual accurate email?
It's a bit more disconnected.
This man sends a pitch deck, a 7-page pitch. No, it's not a 7-page pitch.
7
But it's a
pages.
fun pitch deck. He's like, this is why we should dance again. Not 7-page, but he said she sent him a 7-page PDF because she enjoyed it so much. And I was like,
That's cool.
That's what I want,
She
but
matched is free.
yeah, but I keep attracting dyslexic people, so I'm not gonna
But
get
isn't
a
that what you want? Yeah, if you want a dyslexic partner, they're not gonna give you a PowerPoint.
They can build me something.
Maybe they can do interpretive dance.
He couldn't also dance though.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh, that's one thing I wanted to put. Oh, it's 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗏. He must also dance. Oh my goodness.
You know, there is that whole singles Thursday thing that they have in town. Where every Thursday
I've heard about it.
Oh, but I know someone that went and they said it's actually not fun because it's just a bunch of introverts. So everyone there is single, but too afraid
But
to
then I can get my introverted Ben Affleck grumpy. Can you picture me? That's actually introverts. You guys make me so nervous.
But they-
you see, let's just still. What?
But I think there is a thing where you can present your single friend as well.
That's what I wanna do. I wanna do like a Cape Town convention for
I think
LGBT.
it is somewhere here in town.
But
where
it
they
must
do
be like your friend that must do the pitch.
Yes,
but
your
then I
friend
want a
must pitch
psychologist to pair 2 pitch decks together. This pitch deck go with this one, and then they meet later on, and
What is the sounds like that game show where they the perfect match and then they win
don't
money
watch.
if they are. It's some cuck MTV thing, honestly.
You still watch MTV?
No. It's just on the telly and I see.
Oh my goodness. Gosh. Oh my god. So clearly, I clearly me this entire episode. I want, and I don't want.
Yeah.
But that was me clearly.
Let's make a PowerPoint of what you want.
Please send me a PowerPoint.
Actually, you could. We could make a PowerPoint of what you want and post it. And then people can present their PowerPoint.
No, it's embarrassing.
Why is it
Even though I just told
embarrassing?
everyone, because then
We
it's
literally
almost
discussed
like
it.
I look like a very needy bitch, and I just have expectations.
To be fair, like,
Because you
no, I don't know why. Nah, let's be real. Let's be real. Because remember when you sent your Hinge dating profiles? When you sent it to me after you created it, you were like, "This is the concept. This is what I want people to think." And yes, you did.
I didn't do some talented lies.
Tavia, you did when you still created.
My memory is not shit like yours. You make.
No, I'm not making shit up. I remember this because I had it.
Now show the receipts. Okay, no, don't show the receipts.
No, because you were still saying this is the concept, this is what I want people to think when they see it. And I was looking at your profile, I was like thinking, this is a lot of dating profile. But I didn't say anything because I thought, okay, you know what
Are
want.
you talking about my Tavia Tequila game show?
No. There's that too. There's that too.
My love game show.
Please explain what it is.
So
For
the whole
context.
concept of the love game show is I started a Hinge profile. Was it the beginning of this year? Beginning of this year, January. And then I just thought, let me just do I want to be different. Let me just send these guys a game show, and then they have to press hash to get to the next section, or it's basically multiple choice.
Yeah.
And it didn't work out because the first guy was like, did you copy and paste all of his information? I said yes, because I copied and pasted in the chat. And
But are you supposed to type everything?
they want effort. They don't want copy and paste.
But you can't want effort if you're not even putting effort, because if he wanted effort, then he would have made the effort to answer. Do you get what I mean?
I even titled the 11th of January. Oh my goodness.
There you go.
Okay. Okay, let's
Let's
start.
go.
Okay.
Don't feel embarrassed now.
You're making me blush. Okay. Phew. Okay, 11th of January, 1726. So this was in the evening. Tavia Tequila.
Still the time, girl. What the fuck?
No, it's not me. My notepad starts the time. Tavia Tequila's dating game show. Is it a miss or a match? Guys, do not steal this. I'm actually going to do this game show. I'm still single. Alright. Welcome to Tavia Tequila's dating game show. Here's how it works. You'll answer 6 fun and thought-provoking questions to help us. I don't know who the us was. It's
Maybe
supposed
I
to
should read it then as
How?
a game show host.
help us determine if we unmatched, platonic friends, or a potential match. This is actually fun. I would take part in this game show.
Of course you're gonna think it's fun. You created it, girl.
The grand prize, a date with the host, Tavia Tequila. Woo! Oh my god. There
I
are
feel
no
like you should insert game show.
put the sound effect. There are no wrong answers, and if this isn't for you, feel free to press hash to opt out and unmatch. No hard feelings.
this sounds now like a chainmail sort of thing.
You know when you get if you want to unsubscribe. Okay. Your answers will be A to C for multiple choice options, or you could choose D to give your own unique response. I actually wanted them to always choose D.
Yeah.
When you're ready to continue, press 1. If you'd like to opt out, press hash and unmatch. Okay.
Before you continue, my question is, how long did it take you to come up with this?
It took me like probably 3 days. Because I needed to figure out what questions. I had more than 6 questions.
How many questions did you have in total?
I think I had 12. I had double and I slashed it in half. This is a whole working day.
So this
is a working day. That they had to put in the effort and answer.
And you say I'm being dramatic with your profile.
Oh, and this.
Wait, so you 6 questions made it to the final?
No one actually competed in my game show.
But I mean, like, you had 12 questions in total,
and only I brought 6.
Okay, read the 6. I don't
have all 12. I only have 6.
Oh, okay, but okay.
This is the final edit.
Let's go.
Okay. Question 1. What is the most adventurous thing you've ever done?
Do I need to answer?
A. Skydiving, scuba diving, or something equally thrilling.
So like extreme sports.
We're gonna pretend you can answer. We're gonna pretend. B. Travel solo to a place where I didn't speak the language. And your best friend that you were always rooting for, the guy that I went on a date with.
Oh,
You just came to mind. C.
Ugh.
I love how I call him your best friend. You were rooting for him until you weren't.
Yeah, it was disappointing in the end, but okay.
Tried something new outside my comfort zone, like a cooking class or karaoke. And then D is your own unique answer.
I would say C, but also D. Like, C would be trying a new class.
I could see you do that.
Yeah, and then I think D. I don't think gun shooting is adventurous.
No, D is your own adventure. Your own unique answer.
Yeah. Gun shooting.
Gun shooting is cool. I can't believe you did that. It blew my mind away when you told me.
I want to go again.
I want to do it. We must do it. I've always wanted to do it.
It's so fun. And the one of the instructors was actually hot. It was the first date.
What? You going on a first date?
I can say it now because we're not together. The one instructor was hot. I was like, oh.
And he has a gun in his hand. Oh,
but yeah, I was
a cowboy.
I found it weird though, because it was like, why the fuck are y'all all with guns? But then I asked, why do you have guns? And they said no,
because we're redneck blooded Americans.
No, but they explained because we are working with live guns. So what if you decide like, oh, you're gonna shoot someone? They need to also be able to protect you because you're working with actual weapons. I was like, oh, okay.
I'm sure Americans is like normal.
What?
For us, it's like, why do you have a gun?
Yeah, because the thing is they had it in their holsters.
Also, yeah,
It wasn't just there.
Question 2. You're not gonna like this.
What's with the 𝗧?
How do you like to celebrate your accomplishments? This is a lot of.
Yes. That requires a lot of introspection for some.
A night out with friends or family to mark the occasion. B, treating myself to something I've been wanting, like a spa day or a nice dinner. C, quietly reflecting and feeling proud of myself, maybe journaling or relaxing at home. And then D is obviously
So with me, I haven't been
celebrating. You would have hashed wrong time before.
No, I wouldn't have. It would have.
Actually, you would have found this funny if someone would.
I would have actually taken it seriously.
There's something different instead of hey, are you? What's your favorite color? Tavia Tequila.
Like, who the fuck cares about favorite colors at this point? But
I don't even know my favorite. Who knows their favorite color?
Mine is purple.
You're okay, don't get. I'm not gonna steal your color. You like a chick at the golly class that takes the crayons. My favorite color.
No, I didn't do that. But anyway, with me, so to answer, it took me. I haven't done it like for a while now. It's been. I've brought it up in counseling where I don't actually celebrate my achievements.
No, man, you do.
No, I didn't really, because it was a lot of where I this is so far from parenting self or whatever.
No, we're talking about dating. We're talking about my dating thing.
Okay, fair. But I didn't celebrate it, and then my therapist was saying I should actually take the time to, because I would get into this autopilot where I'm just doing something. And once it's done,
you're very
it's
functional.
done.
You just move on to the next.
I've been quite functional. So now with me actively trying to do it, it's again C and B, where I do take a moment of like, oh my shit, I'm actually doing it, you know? But then also rewarding myself with something. Like I want to get myself a poison ring now. It's like, yes, bitch. Well, yeah.
What?
A ring. It's a ring where you have.
You said this.
Yes,
to
the
me.
little compartment. It's not
So
coke, but
yours
you know.
is D. You're gonna get yourself a poison ring. That's how you celebrate.
Then my answer would be B and C, because it is.
Girl, you keep choosing two answers.
Who the fuck said I must limit
It's
myself?
my dating show. You can only choose one.
I'm not limiting myself.
Do you want someone? You can count it. Do you want someone that limits yourself?
Then I will say D, because then I'll say D for a B and C.
D, B, and C. Oh my goodness. Question 3. Do you feel ready for a committed relationship, or are you focusing on other priorities? Do you see what I do in my questionnaire? I start with the funsies and then question 3 is like slap.
No, but question 2 already it's kind of an intro to the deeper things.
It's foreplay.
Yeah.
It's the foreplay. Yeah. And then it's like, penetrative sex. Question
No, that sounds wrong.
Question 3 is like, yo, this girl is asking me like, God.
How far did people get to answer?
No one's done. No one.
No one answered.
One person said, a surf. I'll never forget. A surfer was like, press 1, and then I sent him question 1, and then he never answered.
Oh, lame.
Boo! I know. And
You're
then
eliminated.
and then I just gave up doing it. I had 2 attempts, and then I'm just like, you guys are.
But that's pathetic. Nah, man, that's
But
pathetic.
I still saved it, so I'm still looking. So A, yes, I'm ready and actively looking for commitment.
Yes.
B, I'm open to it, but I'm taking things slow to see how I feel.
Yes.
C, I'm currently focusing on myself or other priorities, but open to connections. D, own.
I say C.
Yeah, you are C.
Yeah.
I think I'm B. I'm open, but I'm gonna take things slow because I want to start a friendship.
It's slow. Okay, John Legend.
But then maybe tomorrow I might be A. I should not take part in my own game.
Yeah.
They should ask me. They should be like, what do you actually want? Maybe
Are you gonna are you gonna try this again?
I do want to do it again.
Okay.
Now that I've actually reopened this, I'm like, this was in January last year.
We can actually post this online on our page.
Question 4.
Uh-huh.
How would you like to be welcomed? Oh, you hated this question. I'll never forget. I'll never forget you hated this question. How would you like to be welcomed when you come home from a busy day at work? Because you said it reminded you were like, I can see that you are bratty sub.
Yeah.
That's why. A warm hug or cuddle and someone asking me how my day went.
Yeah.
Someone. Is there another person in the house? Or my partner asking me another. Why did I say someone? B, a little time to myself to decompress and then we can chat and relax together. C, a small gesture that shows you care, like a snack ready or a clean space. D, my ideal welcome is. So this is more of, I think I do want to come in here and say, people don't actually realize, because sometimes I would get ticked off if I'm just walking in the door and of course with children it's different, but with a partner it's like, it does set the mood for the night, because I will be irritated or I will not be irritated. So that's what that's the context of this question. So what would yours be? If you're coming home, now you're coming home
On your knees.
Oh my goodness.
I will say,
oh, you're ready to put in more work? You then we had a long day of recording episode 3 and now they must,
No, I will say.
who's the workaholic now?
I'm just talking kak. This is all about kak bread. But
That's actually the real name of the show.
let's talk kak.
That's the spin-off.
Not even Terra, because you know.
Don't show your class.
So kak Terra.
Don't show your class. I've heard someone shout in the road.
Terra.
No, was it in the road? I heard someone once and I was like, you're gonna laugh the way I say it. But it's like, dairy? I'm like, is it dairy? Or is it daddy? I was like, what are you calling? Dairy. I was like,
Yeah, but I've heard the Terry. Terry way only, yeah.
don't show your class.
Bruh. Do I have class?
I actually sometimes walking, when I say my dad, I say, Mr. Mulwood. But that's more of like a joke thing.
I used to do that with Vincent. I'm like, father. I'm like,
I also do that. Yeah, I also do that as well. I've actually heard someone call the actual name for the dad.
Father.
On the phone, yeah. He was like, yes, father. Okay, father.
That's reserved for church.
Which
I don't ever go to.
And he's like, yeah, that's how I speak to my dad. I think
love
his dad
that,
was like
though.
a top lawyer and his dad.
Oh, I love that. Yes. For me, it depends, man. I would say it depends because, okay, I work from home, right? But sometimes it depends.
Okay, think about your past job where you were like...
No, but it's still, it depends. Sometimes, it depends on how the day was, also my mindset. Sometimes I would want to be alone. Other times I would just need a hug. You know, it's not consistent for me.
Oh, that is
Yes,
true. I
it's
think
not
it's not, but it's more like primary. For me, when I was in the film industry, my immediate answer would be decompression. I was shouting the whole day. I was taking care of actors. I want the peace and quiet. I want to decompress. I don't want someone on me right now.
Yeah.
I think now it would still be the same. And then we can lead into where it's a cuddle later on. But it's like, I think I like the
Give me a
decompression.
moment.
Because I like the walking in, like even when I walk into my room now, I take my watch off, I take my shoes. No one.
So as you're taking everything off, it's like you physically
That's just
unwinding.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's also the moment I come home, I also do Pilates. So the decompression would be perfect for me.
So you have your own decompression ritual.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, this is a game show for you.
Yes. And question 5.
Question 5. Have you thought about what you want in a partner and a relationship? You see how we're getting hot and heavy? Ooh.
Do I have to answer this because we have kind of gone over this? For the
No,
entire-
you know the game show isn't finished.
Okay.
The game show isn't finished.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't press. You can't press. It doesn't work. The hash button doesn't work. You're already on question 5. Yes, up or down. Yes, I have a pretty clear idea of what I want and value. Like I wasn't smart here. I should have said, and this is it. Dash. Should have done that. Wait, let me do that now.
Is this for version 2?
This is version 2 coming out soon.
Are you gonna add more questions?
And then probably B. I have some ideas, but I'm still figuring it out as I meet new people. C, not really. It's something I'd like to explore more. And then D, my own perspective.
I would say C, because I do want, not C, B. I do want that independence, but also I'm gonna leave room to learn more about the person and, figure it out.
I would also say B.
Because what I've learned is someone can look good on paper. They could tick all of the boxes, but it's still not what you want. Because that's what happened.
Yeah, that's what's happening with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everyone can say that, and then like when you unbox what you thought was a gift, you're like,
And then you're like, oh, I actually don't want
this
this.
is a re-gift.
That actually happened where I thought I wanted to get married and
You had that thought?
yes, I did. And then I just had an epiphany. I was like, I don't want and it was heading towards that.
Ooh, I don't know you. Tell me the skinner.
It's got to do with the questions, last question.
Oh yeah, now you want to play the game show. Okay. Question 6. Final question. Have you had time to reflect on what worked and didn't work in your past relationships?
Definitely.
I'm not done.
Sorry?
A. Yes, I've done a lot of self-reflection and learned from my past. B. I thought about it some. I thought about it, but there's still more learning. C. Not really. I haven't focused on much yet. D. Here's what I've realized.
Okay. Oh. It's hard to say here's what I've realized because it also changes, with different people. But yes, I definitely have had time to learn, to self-reflect. I'm not gonna get into the specifics about those relationships. But yeah, I would say D.
But what do you have to answer that? What did you... Oh, you're not going to get into...
Yeah, I don't want to get into the specifics.
Okay. And then it ends with... Thank you for participating in Tavia Tequila's dating game show. Cue elevator music while your answers are being tallied.
Wait, so...
No, wait a minute.
Oh, okay. Askies.
Your final score is... ... I'm going to make up some random score.
No.
That's the lie. And then I'm gonna either copy and paste unmatch. Our vibes may not align, but no worries, wishing you the best. Platonic friends. We could have great friendships. Platonic, no strings attached. And then the final one is let's get to know each other. There's a potential here. Let's explore it further. I'm not done. Now it's your turn. Feel free to ask the host, Tavia Tequila, any or all questions above. Let's keep the fun going.
So if
And then I finished hash.
So if they answered all of the questions, they don't automatically win a date. You should have actually done it where you automatically get a date if you answer.
No, they get a date depend. Did you not listen to
No, I heard that, but didn't we also just say someone could tick all the boxes and it doesn't work?
You said that. Let's rewind. You said that.
No, but you also said that you agreed. You agreed.
Wait.
Don't come into mental gymnastics here. Fuck off. I'm gonna fight here.
Oh my gosh. That's just so fun.
Fair, like actually go on the date because again, someone can look good on paper and then they actually cuck.
No, but for me, it's like, what if you didn't take the time to
If you
realize?
didn't take it, then that's
What if, like, you just like? No, I didn't think about.
But that's also not so black and white because maybe the person. Okay, yeah, it is a bit concerning if you haven't taken the time.
That's if they want a relationship and they like, if the intention is to have a relationship and they didn't think about what happened in the past or what went
Okay,
wrong.
so the questions aren't necessarily isolated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So guys, do you want to? We should actually post this on on the page
should put this
so that people can answer.
They can't steal my credit. It's my game show. I'm gonna patent it. Oh my goodness. And RuPaul's coming out with a dating game show now all of a sudden. Oh my goodness.
No, I think it's gonna stay with Drag Race.
Miss RuPaul, please do not. Okay. So back to it. That's
the episode.
Yeah, I fun it. I hope you guys had fun with this episode. We had a lot of fun. So we're heading
If it wasn't obvious.
if it wasn't obvious enough. Okay, we've reached our daddy takeaway for this fun episode, dating and daddy issues. We would give a final thought, funny quote, or advice. I think having a dad does set the standard, but I also am welcomed. I'm not going to look for someone that's exactly like my dad, but I am extremely grateful for having a starting point for something to look at. Like, this is kind of a framework of what I want, but not necessarily exactly what I want. And I know there might be people that have good relationships with their father. They might be like, I don't want anything like my dad, and that's okay. And that's okay. The whole thing today was just about learning the attachment styles and whether you align with them, and do you have a pattern of these attachment in like dating these types of people. That's a I don't think you should be defined by all of them. And I think, like I've also said in the very beginning,
leave room for error, essentially.
For me, in the beginning, you change over the while.
Yes.
Your attachments change depending on the person. And as for you, Ash,
I would say my takeaway from this would be leave yourself open. Because, like we said, someone can tick all of the boxes, but then, like, they're still not what you actually want. So, what you think you want might not even be what you actually need. That's the other thing. So, allow room for growth and discovery and mistakes. Give not only the person but yourself the chance to invite something new, because the person that you think is the worst, or you would think
we're like, they don't tick this box.
Yeah, they might actually be the one. I know there's a lot placed on the one, but they might actually be what you need.
Yeah. Oh, learn something from it. Like you said in the past, you learn something from these. And I mean, I have too, but yeah, they made you see that you can be with other partners and not the people.
But that doesn't mean that the bar should be in hell. Because I feel like nowadays people's standards are low. Like, people think like, oh, if someone sends me a good morning text every day, that's enough. That's the standard. Girl, no.
I think it's both. I think it's that, and it's also too high. Sorry, you need to give me more. I've seen both sides, where the bar is low and the bar is high, where it's like, I want far more than this because. But I think that ties into I deserve more. There's like this weird toxic culture of like, I deserve more, that's coming up a lot.
But I think that comes also with main character syndrome.
I've seen a lot in women when it's become like, I deserve better. Yes, in my rightfully you do, but I've noticed like it's become a weird shift in the culture of I deserve more, that they completely eliminate someone that could be.
But the question with that is, what they think they deserve. Is it physical things or is it value?
That's true.
That's the other thing.
I'm thinking of the physical.
I think with those very high standards, it's not necessarily value. It's just physical things like money or whatever. So you can have high standards, but be realistic with those standards.
Yeah.
And just ensure that those standards aren't necessarily physical things, because that can change. Someone can be rich and then bankrupt because of money laundering. I'm
out the door. I'm joking. I'm not like that. But
your standard should be values.
I would still like a 7-page pitch deck. I mean, that's very easy. So
that's physical, girl.
That's still something I would like. Thank you.
Okay, send your PowerPoints, people.
Please take part in my game show. Thank you very much. So see you guys next time on Let's Talk Daddy. And that is it for episode 3. What a fun episode for Ash and I hope it was fun for you guys as well. Please take part in my game show and also tell us what your attachment style is, or what the attachment styles of past partners, what you think their attachment style might have been, or what do you commonly attract now that you know more about attachment styles.
And also send your answers to those those 6 questions. Please, I'm very curious to know.
And if you're a lumberjack or a cowboy, please DM me. Oh my god.
And if you liked this episode, please like and follow us on Instagram and X at Let's Talk Daddy.
I'm Tavia, your daddy's girl.
And I'm Ash, not your daddy's girl.
Cold opening titled First and Last Date. Narrated by 𝗚𝗺𝗃𝗶𝗶, Tavia as herself, and Matt is played by Tando. This episode was written by Tavia Morwood.
And all the horny bits in between. Don't be wise scrutinized.
This man's driving me, I was driving.
My worst was my shortest. It was in Parliament. Like, I've actually had 6 in Parliament.
If I were to visit you, would you actually just let your parent like
Watch.
So curious, watch. He's like, yeah, his parent has seen some stuff.
I have actually collared someone, like, as a dom. I've collared someone before we even started dating. You're giving that control, you're putting yourself in that position where someone has control over you and you are trusting that person to be safe with you, you know.